learn, how do we care for animals?
Caring for animals. All animals have needs. People give the animals what they need to live. Animals need fresh food and water each day, air to breathe, a safe place to live. Talk about it. Work with a partner. Tell how people care for animals. Write your ideas on the word web.
Okay, so we are going to do a word web on the board here. And in the middle of the word web, I know you can't see this, but this says animal care. What happened, John? Oh yeah, you got a bloody nose, bud. This is... Okay, maybe Mrs. Shaw can kind of check on you. Here, bud. You gotta have both your arms out and to catch you in case something happens again, okay? Let me just check on it. Okay, hopefully he'll be okay. Alright, so in the middle of the word web, Mrs. Murphy was saying animal care. So I want you to think about at your house if you have animals like pets, or if you have animals like livestock, like I have goats that are not my pets, but I still have to care for them because if I don't care for them, then they probably won't survive. So tell Mrs. Murphy, how do you care for your pets or your livestock?
Ow.
Libby.
My finger. Ow.
Keep them safe. Good one. You have to keep them safe. How about Charlotte? You feed them. You definitely have to feed them. And Charlotte, what do you have to feed them?
Dog food.
Okay, food. So like if you had a dog, dog food, or a rabbit, rabbit pellets, rabbit food. You might also have to feed them what? Water, definitely. Water. Eli! Did you forget, Eli? Okay, I'll come back to you. Wyatt?
Feed your livestock at least 2 times a day.
You have to feed them 2 times a day?
Yeah.
So I'll put food, water, and then sometimes you have to feed them twice. Not just once, but twice. Brooklyn?
You have to take them for walks so the bones don't come up and all together.
Good job. You need to give them exercise. Take them for a walk. Just don't let them sit and be lazy. Riley?
Take care of them.
How do you take care of them though? How? How do you take care of them? Keep thinking, okay? Elias?
Ow. I don't know. Take my dog for a walk because I run with him.
Oh, okay. So you might,
He's
when
the fastest and they're both very fast.
so when you exercise them, you might walk with them. Ellie says she might run with her dog to give them even more exercise.
Wear a leash.
And he has to wear a leash or no?
No,
No?
he doesn't even have to because we live on a farm.
So he just runs with you.
Yeah.
That's good. You've trained him
That's
good.
what my dog does.
Oh, I just used a word.
Train.
Train. You're gonna have to maybe train them. If you want to take care of them, you're gonna have to train them to listen to you, right? How about Addie?
I did things to tell you. One's not really that English, but one is. And the first one, we had baby things. I don't know if it's like one yesterday or the day before. And then you could, like if you have cattle, you might have to feed them in bottles because we have like these big buckets with a stick thing to it. And you have to put like milk in it and then
Give them bottles and stuff, so get them, make sure they're getting fed. Eli, did you remember? Okay, what were you gonna say?
you can train them by making them learn how to protect you.
Okay, so you can train them to protect you. That's a good one. Not only are you keeping them safe, they're gonna keep you safe, right? to you. LEA.
I did. Making them have new tricks.
Making them do tricks. So you might train them to not only protect you, but do some fun tricks. Okay, I'll take these last 5 here. Well, Louis, did you remember what you were going to say?
Make my dog shake.
Make them shake. That would be a trick, right? Charlotte, did you have one?
Yeah. I can make mine dance.
Dance. That would be another trick, huh? How about Addie? Yeah? Perfect. Okay. Good. All right. Last 2, Eli and then Kinsley.
You can make them roll over.
Roll over. That would be another trick. Kinsley.
You can comb it.
One more time, Kinsley.
You can comb her. So it doesn't get
Huh. Okay. And one last thing that you need to do is you need to give them shelter or place to live. Because if you don't have a nice bed or a nice cage or a nice place for them, they're going to not stay around. Okay, we're going to now, put your hands down, we're going to now listen to our read aloud this morning. And our read aloud. Oh, hold on. Right here. Okay, Mrs. Murphy has the cards. But today I'm just going to hold them and I'll ask you questions and I just want you to watch and listen to it, okay?
All kinds of vets. What do you know about the job of a veterinarian? How do veterinarians care for animals? When you grow up, there are many jobs or professions you can choose to do. If you love animals, you might decide to become a veterinarian or animal doctor. There are all kinds of veterinarians who work with all kinds of animals. Some veterinarians, or vets, treat pets such as dogs and cats, birds, reptiles, rabbits, hamsters, and snakes. A pet doesn't have to be sick to go to a vet. When you first get a pet, you should take it to a veterinarian for a checkup. The vet can give your pet the shots it needs to stay healthy. The vet will also show you how to take care of your pet. Veterinarians also care for animals that are sick or hurt. Vets look for clues that will tell them what's wrong with the animal. Unlike people, animals can't tell the doctor what parts are hurting.
Okay, so a profession was one of our vocabulary words that they talked about. Do you guys know what a profession is? That's a really big word. Kinsley.
It's like if you're like a doctor or a police, you're really good at it.
Yeah, it's what you're really good at and it's your job. So like Mrs. Murphy's profession is I'm a teacher. Mrs. Shaw's a para. You might have your mom and dad be a nurse or a doctor or a veterinarian. That's their profession. That's what they're really good at and that's what they do for their job. Now, I want you to think, just think in your head, what profession do you want to be when you grow up? Just think in your head. Okay, we're going to go on to the next card here.
Some veterinarians are wildlife veterinarians. They care for animals in zoos and animal parks. This work is especially hard. The veterinarians must know how to take care of a lot of different kinds of animals, such as elephants, panda bears, lions, and monkeys. If one animal is sick, the veterinarian must quickly find out what's wrong. There are so many animals living close together that if one is sick, they might all get sick. How do wildlife veterinarians give a thorough checkup to big and dangerous animals? They give special medicine to make the animals fall asleep and then treat them. Zoo veterinarians also help design the zoo areas where the animals live. The zoo animals once had homes in wide open places, so it is important to give animals in zoos or animal parks similar kinds of homes. Some wildlife veterinarians take care of other kinds of animals, sea animals that are in aquariums, such as sharks, sea lions, and dolphins. These veterinarians learn how these animals live, eat, and grow, and how to keep the water safe for them.
So not only can you be like a small animal veterinarian where you check on dogs and cats, you can be a large animal veterinarian that checks on cows and pigs and sheep and big animals. But you could also be a zoo veterinarian and a wildlife veterinarian. So there's lots of different kinds of veterinarians that you could be. So you can choose which one do you want to, if you want to be one of them, what kind of animals do you want to work with? Brooklyn?
What does, like, what is it? I don't know, but what does, like, goldfish people do?
Goldfish people?
Goldfish.
Oh, gold?
Because my mom looks there.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about, I thought I heard goldfish. Goldfinch people? Well, they're probably there, people that work there, a lot of them are nurses or assistants, like certified nurse assistants. Some people maybe work in the offices. So that's kind of like their profession. They're more in the healthcare profession. They care for people that are sick or ill or just need extra help. Okay, one of the big words they used on this card was thorough. Can you guys say that word with me? Thorough. What does thorough mean? Thorough.
I think I know.
So thorough means that when you're going to do a job, you're going to finish it to the end and you're going to make sure you do it done, get it done correctly. So a very thorough job means you do it correctly and you get it done nice and neat. So for example, if the janitors were to vacuum this room and they left a bunch of pieces on the ground and they didn't do it very nicely or neatly or didn't take their time, they did not do a thorough job. So thorough means you do it carefully, you get it all done, and you complete it. Okay, here's our next card. Oh, look at this veterinarian.
Some veterinarians work only with large animals on farms and ranches. These veterinarians must drive many miles from place to place to take care of cows, horses, sheep, goats, pigs, and even chickens. Keeping farm and ranch animals healthy is a very important duty. Farmers and ranchers depend on these animals for things such as milk, wool, and eggs. The animals live together on the farm or ranch, so if one gets sick, they can all get sick. The veterinarian must come quickly to find out what is wrong. Veterinarians also help when a new calf, colt, or lamb is born. During a visit to a farm or ranch, the veterinarian might examine a sick or injured animal, give shots, do an operation to save an animal's life, or even take an x-ray. Many veterinarians carry with them all kinds of equipment, such as an x-ray machine, because they don't know when they might need it. Sometimes an animal must be loaded into a trailer and sent to an animal hospital.
Okay, so on this card, they talked about being a large animal veterinarian where you take care of animals that live on a farm, like livestock. And sometimes it is their duty to do a job or a chore, or sometimes veterinarians get called out at nighttime. One time we had a goat that was going to have a baby, and she was not able to push her out herself. So we had to call the veterinarian like at 10 o'clock at night to come to our farm to help us get that goat baby out. And the veterinarian came and did their duty. And I think we named that one Lucky, because that goat was lucky to be alive because the mom wasn't able to have her, push her out. So the veterinarian had to come in the middle, not middle of the night, but at 10 o'clock at night and had to help us get this goat out. So it's their duty, and they carry lots of equipment because you never know what they are going to have to need as a tool. Wyatt.
Sometimes you just have to let them go and butcher them.
Sometimes you do too. That is part of living on a farm, right, Wyatt? Sometimes they all won't survive.
Last time we butchered them, I kind of had a meltdown.
Oh, 'Cause
I have to see them shoot it.
yeah, that's kind of hard. And sometimes they become your pets, and then it's even harder, right? Yeah, that's really hard. But it's a part of living on a farm, and it's part of life too. That is hard. Addie,
What? Yeah, Mom.
oh, you want to go back to? Sorry.
What is this?
What is this?
That's
a
milk.
I'm thinking it has a hose to it, and so I don't know if it's a way to disinfect something. I'm not quite sure because it doesn't look like it'd be
Miss
medicine.
Murphy.
Maybe he's hurt and you need to disinfect his area. That's a really good question. Not sure that big bottle is.
Miss Murphy.
Brooklyn,
I don't know what it is.
because it has like a little hose, little wand to it.
It looks like a milk for Zach and put it in his mouth. For Zach on school and put the milk in it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's medicine to go in his mouth too. Maybe you shove that wand and give it medicine. That's a really big jug though. I don't think you carry medicine that big in a jug, but
No, that's medicine.
Yeah.
It's hooked up to that. And
Yeah,
it's getting it
could be, could be. All right, Lewis.
What are these stripes?
This is the sun that is shining in through the barn. So it's the sunlight shining in.
I thought it was white spray paint.
No, just the sunlight
So they
shining
can
in.
color the cow.
No, just the sunlight shining in through like the wooden.
What's that? That's a cow?
This is just a blanket over it to keep it warm.
That is a cow.
Yeah.
Oh.
It looks like the cow is kind of sick. The way that it's laying down, because cows normally don't lay that way. All right, Carson. Last thing, and then we're gonna move on to the next card.
Oh, Miss Murphy, this right here is attached up to that thing in white.
It is. It's a big long. This is the big tube, and then here's like the or I should say this is the jug. There's the tube, and there's the wand.
Miss Murphy. A lot of people have those fish plays.
Yes.
Miss Murphy.
Yes.
I know what that is.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go to the next card. Look at this veterinarian.
Sometimes animals need emergency care in a special animal hospital. When an emergency happens, help is needed right away. The animal might have broken a bone, been hit by a car, eaten something it shouldn't have, or come down with a serious illness. When this happens, emergency veterinarians take care of the animal. Emergency veterinarians take care of all kinds of animals. Some help pets, such as dogs, cats, and reptiles, and others take care of farm, ranch, or zoo animals. Emergency veterinarians are a special kind of vet. They work long hours. They have to work quickly when a new emergency arrives. The emergency room is open all day and all night. It's never closed. When a sick or hurt animal arrives, emergency veterinarians do everything they can to find out what the problem is. These veterinarians get a lot of satisfaction from finding and fixing the problem, so the animal can become healthy and go home again.
Okay, so this is another type of vet, emergency veterinarians who take care of animals that need care right away. And so one of the big words they use is satisfaction, and that is the good feeling you have when you've done a good job. So on your report cards, Mrs. Murphy sometimes gives you an S. And that means satisfaction. That means you've done a good job. That doesn't mean E excellent, but it means S, which means satisfaction. Good. It's good. You've done your job good. Okay? All right, Addie.
You probably need to read about that. It looks like my favorite animal.
The wolf. What's your favorite animal? There you go. Ellie.
Back to the barn. Something looks like shredded wheat.
It looks like what?
Right. That. And it's shredded wheat.
Like shredded wheat. I think it's just a hay bale. Yeah, it's like breakfast.
It's a hay
Okay.
bale.
All right, I'm gonna get Brooklyn and then we're gonna move on, okay? Brooklyn.
A couple of days ago, at nighttime, my stomach started hurting, and then I just thought it was something, and then a couple of minutes later, I I couldn't breathe, so I had to go to the hospital, and they had to give me shots, and I didn't like it.
Did you have to go to the ER doctor, the emergency room doctor? Yeah.
And